Hi there. So this is our very last practice problem, right? We did our very last lecture and now our very last practice problem set. And then all that's left for us after that is just some FRQ preps. And then you're done with econ. Wow, what a crazy, crazy thing. All right, so each of these three scenarios is just draw and label two exchange rate graphs. So the first one is, and we're just going to kind of sketch these a little bit here. The first one is dollars. Americans go crazy for Brazilian scarves. Woo! Go crazy. BRL, QUSD, and bottom. So we're just going to label here, and we have demand and supply, and this one's the US dollar market, and that's the Brazilian market. Demand, supply. And it says Americans are going to go crazy for Brazilian scarves. So what are they going to need? Well, they're going to need to buy more Brazilian currency. Okay, so that one appreciates, and they have to supply more US dollars in order to buy those crazy scarves. What's the shifter? Tastes, because it's the tastes for the underlying goods and services. Which country appreciates? US. Which country depreciates? Or sorry, which country appreciates? Brazil. Which country depreciates is the US. How will the change in value of the US dollar impact the balance of trade in the US? Well, if the dollar is going down in value, if US dollar is going down, we'd say US exports are going to go up. And then how would it affect the balance of trade in the long run, right? This is kind of more like a long run. If the Brazilian currency goes up, we'd say Brazilian net exports will go down. So like the initial effect is that, Americans are going to buy more of the Brazilian stuff. But in the long run, we know that the higher Brazilian currency value will kind of push back on that economic force and will turn us back to an equilibrium. Prices rise faster in France compared to the United States. So QUSD, Q Euro, USD, Euro. Again, we're doing the bottom. Demand, supply, demand, supply. All right, so prices are going up in France a lot faster than the United States, so the Americans aren't going to buy as much French stuff. The other way that you can think about this, and it's totally fine to do it either way, is to say that the French people are going to buy more American-made stuff. Either one's going to work. Let's pick the second one. The French people are going to buy more American-made stuff. So when they do that, they're going to need more US dollars. So the demand for dollars is going to go up, causing the dollar to appreciate. And they're going to supply more of their own currency, causing the euro to depreciate. So what's the shifter here? It's price levels, pretty clearly. The currency that appreciates is the US, and the French currency depreciates. How will the change in dollar affect the balance of trade in the US? Well, if the dollar is getting more valuable, we'd say US net exports will go down, and we'd say French net exports will go up because the French currency is cheaper. So we'll put euro and US dollar up here just so we're making sure we understand. Last one, national income rises rapidly in Canada versus being stable in the United States. So Q, USD, Q, CND, they use the dollar as well. Canadian dollars, though. It's our hat. You should know their place. Get on my head. You're my hat, Canada. US dollars, just being weird. That's the problem when you talk to yourself all day on Zoom calls. Okay, national income goes up in Canada. So that means that, let's say the Canadians are buying 5% of their income is American-made stuff. Well, the Canadians now are richer, so that 5% is going to stay the same as a percentage, but it's a larger amount. So they're going to buy more American stuff, their trade partners. And so they're going to demand more US dollars. And they're going to supply more of their own currency, their own Canadian dollars. And so this one is, I forget what I actually called these. I mean, you could just call it national income. Which country appreciates? The US. Which country depreciates? Canada. The US exports will go down because the value of the currency went up, and their net exports in Canada will go up because their currency depreciated. All right, hopefully that helped you. See you next time.